Updated August 22, 2018, 13 hours, 25 minutes and 47 seconds. A month on from a horrific rugby union accident, parents of schoolboy Connor Tweedy are determined to keep a positive outlook. The 16-year-old Gregory Terrace prop suffered a major spinal cord injury packing down in a scrum during a game in Brisbane on July 21. Before I could look back, the doctor had already run onto the field holding his head in a stable condition. Connor's father Conor Tweedy said, he had some sensation to his body when he got to the hospital but couldn't move anything. He had pins and needles but radically altered sensations. Connor's mother Rebecca said the scene was something she would not forget for quite a while. I wake up seeing it at night. I knew straight away he wasn't in a good way within a second of it happening, she told ABC Radio Brisbane's Rebecca Livingston. Connor was alert when we got to the hospital and kept telling me not to cry. The Year 11 student is currently at the Princess Alexandra Hospital where his parents said he had been coping remarkably well. He's able to move some of his arm muscles but not all of them, Ms. Tweedy said. He's having difficulty moving his hands in. Has some sensation through the rest of his body but hasn't any movement from the chest down. She said that as parents, they were extremely proud of how Connor had handled the situation mentally. He's realized he'll have mobility problems for the rest of his life, and even if we get a really good outcome, he will have difficulties walking, Ms. Tweedy said. The highlight of his day is when his Terrace school mates come up. There are about 10 of them who visit after school, part of his worldview and an ironic twist of fate. Connor's father has spent most of his life working with people with spinal injuries and severe disabilities. Mr. Tweedy, an associate professor in the School of Human Movement and Nutrition Sciences at the University of Queensland, believes his work with Paralympic sports had aided Connor's mindset. Connor has been in an environment, more than most kids his age, where he's met more people who have had catastrophic injuries than a lot of people, Mr. Tweedy said. It's a biased sample insofar as every single person he has met who has a catastrophic injury has managed it extraordinarily well. Our sense is part of his attitude comes from that role modeling, as it's all he's ever seen is people getting on with their lives, and even though they have bad injuries they've gotten up and got on with things. It's part of his worldview. Moving forward together, Ms. Tweedy, a physiotherapist, said with Connor now out of medical danger, the family was looking to day-to-day routines and getting him back to schoolwork. He's still on a waiting list to get into the spinal unit at the PA hospital, and we'll be looking at a 18 to 24-month rehabilitation for Connor. It will be a slow process, she said. For me, getting hand movement would be really good. He may get some leg movement, and the best case scenario is that he might be able to walk again in some way. Connor has had many visitors including former rugby union player Tim Horan, Quade Cooper, and rugby league player Darren Lockyer. In addition, Mr. Tweedy said a visiting professor in Brisbane for the World Wheelchair Rugby Championships left a big impression on his son. Connor was interested in asking her about the rules, and after she explained it to him he said, I hope I never get to play, but if I do, I know where I'll fit. He said, he's got a grasp of the possibility of not walking again. For sure, is rule change needed? Mr. Tweedy said it was too early to talk about rule changes to the game. We've been focusing on Connor, and at the moment, most of our weekend is watching rugby games as it's something that is still a big interest for Connor. He said, we haven't spoken about his scrum or his injury apart from saying it was a freak accident. I'm sure there's video footage, but I haven't gone as far as looking at that at all. Their discussions for further down the track. The outpouring of support for the Connor and the Tweedy family is spreading, and a trust has been formed for tax-deductible donations. Topics: sports injuries, rugby union, schools, sport, mental health, community and society, family and children, Brisbane 4000, Princess Alexandra Hospital 4102, University of Queensland 4072. First posted August 22, 2018, 12 hours 26 minutes and 15 seconds.